Hey there, my friend. Good morning. This is Paul Hutchings coming to you on this terrific Tuesday, June 18th, 2013. And I just wanted to share with you some really powerful information. And I have a feeling that as you watch this video for the next 5 to 10 minutes, you may discover one simple idea that can make all the difference in how your life works out in relation to finances and wealth versus poverty, prosperity versus being poor and struggling all your life. And I also have a feeling that as you watch this video all the way through to the end, and as you notice my messy hair, and you may notice that I actually haven't taken a shower yet today, that you could have the desire to have a business like I have that allows you to work in your PJs with messy hair, unshowered, and still be able to pull in a multiple 5-figure monthly income. So this is going to be a quick video, but I did want to share something with you really powerful that came from our morning call, our Think and Grow Rich call that we do every morning, that I mastermind with entrepreneurs scattered throughout the world and wealth building principles to help condition my mind to be more prosperity, to be based more in a prosperity consciousness. So there's an individual on our call. His name is Chris from Atlanta, and I tell you, I just love listening to this guy. He's always got such great information to share because he was raised by a very successful entrepreneur who taught him lessons as he was growing up, and Chris has gone on to become a very successful entrepreneur in the traditional business world. He's got quite a prosperous, successful business, and he gets on the call every morning to mastermind with us. And today on the call, I was sharing with everyone on the call a little bit about how yesterday I went to one of my rental properties with my 7-year-old son, and my 7-year-old son noticed that there was a sign in the window, a rental sign, that had somebody else's phone number in it. So my son Caden was like, "Dad, what's this other person's phone number doing on the sign in the window?" And then I proceeded to have a conversation with my son about how we had hired a rental management company to handle all of the activity that goes into managing a property for 10% of the rent so that we could collect a profit but not have to worry about the property, have it be hands-free, right? And I was talking to my son about this, and we were talking about this idea of leverage, and Chris came on the line, and he said it brought him back to when he was a boy, and his dad would teach him very powerful lessons about entrepreneurship and being a business owner. And that's really why I'm making this video, is I wanted to share with you something that he shared on the call this morning that was so powerful. He said that he was asking his dad about, his businesses and why is he in business and why is he running all of these different businesses and so on and so forth. And his dad wrote a formula down on a piece of paper for him. So Chris is a young boy. I can imagine he's probably 11 or 12 years old, somewhere around that age. And his dad gets out this pad of paper and he writes this down. And I've got it pulled up on Facebook here. I don't know if you can see this or not. But he basically said, he wrote down Sam Walton times 40 hours times 5,000 stores or more equals rich. And then he wrote down us, or you could replace us with the average Joe or the average Sally. You could say times 40 hours times 1, maybe 2 jobs equals broke. And it's really easy to see the difference between the wealthy-minded person and the average, everyday, run-of-the-mill person who just kind of lives life according to the way everyone, society says you should live life. Go to school, get a good job, work the job all your life. The difference, can you see the difference in these two formulas? Sam Walton times 40 hours, the average Joe times 40 hours. Same amount of time. The difference comes in the multiplication. Times 5,000 stores versus 1 or 2 jobs. The difference is leverage, my friend. The difference is leverage. One of the exciting things about the internet is I can make a video that can be spread out all over the internet. I can be in 100 or 1,000 places at one time, preaching my sales message, getting my marketing message out in the marketplace. It's leverage, right? It's an example of leverage. So anyway, I thought this was such a great lesson. I wanted to share it in this video. And I also wanted to share the final comments that we had on the call because it is also really important to understand why why we want to understand this stuff. Why do we want to fill our minds with these ideas? Because sometimes people say, well, gosh, like Chris made the point on the call. He's like, sometimes people say, well, leverage, you're using people, or you're doing this, you're doing that, you're just being greedy, so on and so forth. Well, here's the bottom line, in my opinion. There's a quote from Jim Rohn where he said, in fact, everyone has to get good at one of two things: planting in the spring or begging in the fall. You see, we really only have three choices. And those three choices are: 1, to provide for ourselves; 2, to let others provide for us; or 3, to not be provided for at all. Well, I have a feeling that none of us want to be in that third category, to not be provided for at all. So that leaves two choices in life. Two choices in life. Are we going to provide for ourselves, or are we going to let others provide for us? I can tell you, for me and my family, we've made a decision, we've made a commitment, and we're working diligently every day to be in that category of person that can provide for ourselves, to never have to rely upon someone else for our sustenance, to never have to rely upon someone else to decide, whether we're going to eat, or what we're going to eat, or how, are we going to eat, cheap, poor junk food, or are we going to eat healthy food that might cost a little bit more? I'm taking control of my future through being an entrepreneur. That's why I'm an entrepreneur, is to be in a position where my cupboards can be full, I can provide for myself, and I can be in a position where I might be able to provide for others should they need it, right? We're not saying forget the poor. We're not saying forget helping other people. We're saying fill your cupboards as full as you possibly can, so that you can be secure in your own family, and so that you can be in a position where you might be able to help others should they need it. That's what being an entrepreneur is all about, in my personal opinion. And in order to be better and better and better, and fill those cupboards up with more food and more abundance, we need to understand, and we need to be better at applying the principle of leverage. And I thought that was just so beautifully illustrated by this formula that Chris shared with us. So, my friend, that's the message for today. Hope you've appreciated this video. Please leave your comments down below. And also visit the links down below this video if you have not gotten started yet with our team at the Empower Network. I know of no better way to utilize leverage. I know of no better way to be financially free in as short amount of time as you can do with the Empower Network. So if you're still looking for a way to market your business more effectively, have more leverage in your existing business, or if you're looking for a new cash flow, looking for a way to generate more cash flow through leverage, Empower Network is just a great place to be. So I do invite you to make the decision, take action, open that door, and step into your new and more exciting and more powerful and more prosperous future, right alongside 140,000 other entrepreneurs who have actually earned $60 million in commissions over the last year and a half. Okay, it is working, has worked, is working. It's going to work continually and even better as we step forward, improving what we're doing every single day. So, my friend, that's the video on leverage. Hope you have a great day. Get out there, take action, take efficient action, and whatever you do, never give up on your dreams. Take care, and bye for now.